It wasn't a new story. Skid Row is not a new thing, but we'd gone years not really writing much about it and not addressing many of the issues, so I think it was something that needed some attention drawn to it, and in that respect, yeah, it was pretty important to do. I think there's still a long way to go, though, and I think that a lot of the response, unfortunately, has been with some of the easier stuff rather than the more addressing some of the more long-term solutions. The real fixes for what you see on the streets when you see people sleeping on the pavement, permanent supportive housing, more mental health and drug and alcohol rehab, and those are the things that we still have a long way to go on, and just hope that if we keep the spotlight on these issues that they'll get addressed at some point.
And your personal friendship now with Nathan has it changed since the movie has started, since all that has started, or has it really been kind of the same?
All he wants to do is play music.
Right.
And he's happiest playing music, and despite whatever distractions might be going on around him, he's still interested in playing music. I think he appreciates on some level that a career that went off a cliff has in some form been sort of resurrected, and he's getting some recognition for what was a really promising career. He's an extremely talented guy. If I can get him focused on one instrument, because and one of the things that's great about him is that he wants to play everything. He must have 6 or 8. We bought a clarinet yesterday. You know, clarinet, trumpet, upright bass, piano, violins, cello. If he could just focus on one, I think he could be brilliant on it. But he loves he loves all kinds of music and all instruments. So he has re-sparked my interest in what I do for a living. And I, at first, so envied his passion, because, you know, despite his challenges and issues, this man has passion in his life. And as I looked at that, I envied it. And I thought, you know, he came to my house and played for my daughter and my wife, and my daughter is 4 years old, just found it dazzling. She thought it was magic, and I so envied that a man has something like that carries him through the many challenges and stages of his life. And I think, though, working on the story about him reminded me that I have my own passion. I've got my own love. I mean, outside of family, I've got this thing that sustains me, and I don't want to give it up. So he just has been a gift in many ways. He's opened my eyes. There are many frustrations in the news business right now for those of us who are old media and old-fashioned. And the world is changing around us, and I don't know how to do this. And you know, it's probably too late for me to try to learn. And so there I am doing what I do and seeing that it's sort of becoming diminished. And I thought about getting out. In fact, I thought about going into the mental health field. And trying to start a second career here late in life. But I think knowing him and becoming so moved and inspired by him and this love that has been constant in his life reminded me that I really do love what I do, and I want to hold on to it as long as I can.
Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
That expanded to a few more questions. Steve Lopez, Los Angeles Times. We're here at the corner of 5th and Main, the economic and social border of downtown Los Angeles.